three, testing 1, 2, 3. The rain in Spain falls mainly on Spain. The ants in France stay mainly in your pants, huh? You guys ready to go? How are you enjoying your vacation? You like waking up at 5:30 in the morning or 5 a.m.? You like hanging out in hotel conference rooms? Hey, don't answer that. Hey, welcome to Milwaukee, by the way. I just spent the night partying with the Bucks, world champions. Congratulations. Cool. I'm finally in a conference room and they let me in and they're like, hey, there's a dedicated Wi-Fi. You'll have to switch over. I'm like, I love you. Thank you very much. So anyways, hey, good morning. You guys ready to do some Forex? Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube channel of more than 18,000 foreign exchange traders. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Yama! Hey, good morning. Look at me, I'm in the Marriott. Finally. So, hey, my name is Wayne McDonald. I'm a currency trader like you, and I am trying to show you that you never turn your backs on the market. So a week ago, I was on the southern border of the United States, and then yesterday I was on the northern border of the United States, and here I am trying to get my way home. And if things go well, the private jet will land in my private airport, aka the ATL, just in time for me to get home to do the swing trading group. Look, if things break down and I don't get home in time, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm sorry. But I think I'm going to. I'm trying to. I'm making efforts to. So hopefully I can be home by then. So that's what the Forex trader do. Okay. So great. So in today's webinar, I'll go over the dollar pairs, yen pairs, gold, oil, Bitcoin, standard operating procedure. You're going to ask questions. I'll do my best to address them. So thank you for your efforts. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a subscriber to Forex.Today. Thank you for being a client of Traders Way. Thank you for being a part of the FX Bootcamp community. And with that, I'd like to thank Traders Way for being part of our community here on Forex.Today. Hey, look, bottom line is you're a trader, you're going to need a broker. What's the number one most important thing that you should look for in a broker? Spreads? No. No. Pretty website? No. How about trust? Yeah. So anyways, Traders Way, right? Earned my loyalty and respect way back in the Swiss bank debacle that put many Forex brokers out of business, regardless even if they were the world's biggest Forex broker. They still went out of business, and apparently those brokers traded against their clients. Traders Way was very clear that there was no harm to the broker, no harm to them. Everything was just fine because they didn't trade against their clients. So I'm like, you know what? Boom, I like you. Also, being in ECN, it shows right then and there. It shows they actually enter your trades into the interbanking system. So, anyways, tradersway.com. Open up a demo, play some trades, and then when you're ready to trade real money, guess what? You'll already have a broker you trust. So give them an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect. Tradersway.com. Okay, and check it out. Check it out. Okay. Oh, right on, Maida. Thank you for being part of the community and such a positive influence as well. Okay. All right. Cool. So anyways, check it out. It looked all doom and gloom. That's pretty funny. Doom and gloom a couple of days ago. And we were using technical analysis to try to find prices in which markets could possibly reverse, assuming that you had a bullish long-term bias. And so we kind of go through these charts. We did it on dollar pairs and yen pairs. And we're trying to just where would a bottom be and why? And so it looked all doom and gloom. And I said, look, I'm going to put an X. The X at the top says that when we get to the X at the bottom, it should stop falling. That's all I said. I didn't say it was an opportunity to buy it, but I said, look, if you're a bear, you're supposed to take profit. Look at that, huh? Knuckles. Isn't that good? Now, is it a full-on reversal? No. Is there a lot of hope associated with this price action if you're a bull? Oh, for sure, but don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype is an equal. Can I get this through to you? My 98s are booming in my trunk with funk. All you punks can't stop my dunks. Right? No, it's just hope. But there's a flaw to that because it's going to take a while to turn this aircraft carrier, as I talked about yesterday when I was in the forest of northern Wisconsin on the Canadian border. No cell phone service, no Wi Fi. So that's why I had to rent a hotel room so that I would have Wi Fi to hang out with you. Oh, that's sweet, huh? That's sweet, isn't it? I rented a hotel room so I could A, have access to the markets, and B, hang out with you. Anyways, that's cool, right? So anyway, so we talked about that. Like this is going to take a while to turn the ship around. It's an aircraft carrier, right? It's going to take a while. So right, so we're up here. That's hopeful and expected, but again, that should mostly be profit taking. I wouldn't look at this, right? I wouldn't look at this as a reversal until I can feel emotionally and psychologically that bulls are actually buying. Okay. Lalo says, are we likely to see yen strength next month? Why don't you join FX Bootcamp? You'll know these things. Just join FX Bootcamp, get knowledgeable. Okay. Put it this way, Lalo. In the swing trading group, for example, we planned that out 4 or 5 months ago. Okay, so you got to have that knowledge in your back pocket. And what I think is irrelevant, you should know, for example, the seasonality of the markets. All right, coolio. So like even USD yen, which isn't one that I trade, it did reverse at exactly where we want it to reverse. Doesn't mean it has reversed. So again, so what I'm harping on is I would like some sort of pullback long and gone. Okay. Like this, for example. Now, I don't really want dollar strength, but if yen is weak, that's fine. Now, typically, I would like to see dollar weakness even more than yen weakness. So I don't really want this to head up, okay? Not like the other yen pairs. Okay, I don't need yen to be super weak right now. We'll catch that later. So I'd like for the moves to start with the dollar pairs. But I just want to point all of this out. Okay. Last week and this week, yens were falling, seemed like the end of the world, right? Oh my gosh, it's all blah, 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 blah. I'm like, look, just do your job. Okay. If you're a bull, wait your turn. Okay. I hope you're getting that message. Market's coming down. Great. If you're a bull, stop trading it. What's the problem? Okay. Or short it. You got permission to shoot at rabbits. You got permission to trade without a fundamental bias, which means on the short run, if it's coming down and you want to trade, sell a falling trend. I mean, right? Anyways, so here, after it seems like the sky is falling, we hit very logical prices, and at that time, many of these markets are exhibiting the potential for reversal, and that is cool. So even though the markets are thin, they're still behaving relatively technically. Cool, right? Cool. So, okay, even though they're counter trend trades, they're all right. They're good. Now, let's take it one step further. If you were trying to plan this out for next month, okay, you should know that there's potential for this to go to 56, 57. And it could, and it might. I just trade it with a little bit of skepticism, but it doesn't mean I don't trade it. Another way of saying it is if it heads up like you think it's going to go to 57, let's say it goes to 53 and comes all the way down to 50. Emotionally, I'm okay with that. It's not what I want, but if it does, I don't get all poo-poo on myself, right? Oh, oh, woe is me, right? No, I get it. And if I'm worried about that, I should take some profit or something like that. So this could be a buy. There could be another one. And honestly, if it happened again in September, I wouldn't cry about it. I wouldn't like it, but it wouldn't be totally unexpected, which now I'm saying not just a double bottom, triple bottom. So I got to be there emotionally first, not just logically. Logically is easy, right? You got to be there emotionally. And so I'm logically a bull. I logically understand that pink X or that red X I drew 2 days ago for you, or 3 days ago. It looks like I drew that 3 days ago. Turned out that was the bottom. Cool. That is tradable. Sure, for sure. But at that moment, it's counter trend. So if I take it, I don't expect this to go to 57 straight away because then I wouldn't be counter trending. Then I would be trending, right? So the next part of this is to have it come back and maybe catch a higher low, in which that would then be the beginning of an uptrend. And why would that be the beginning of an uptrend? Because one data point a trend does not make. Meaning, if you pick the bottom, you pick the bottom. It's not a trend. Oh, but I got the exact low. Well, that's stupid. Okay, no one wants you to gamble their money so that you can buy the lowest low. Who cares? There's no glory in Forex. Okay, what you should be doing is removing volatility and increasing returns. And if you do both of those things, you'll get a very favorable Sharpe ratio. Okay, and I've been teaching you that for years. So in this case, I'd rather you catch the higher low after the obvious lowest low, and then catch the next higher low, and then catch the next higher low, and build up. Okay, get big. You want to scale, boy, not like a fisherman, but like a startup, right? You got to get big. All right, whatever. So I like all this. This is all good, but don't place all your hope on this one. Okay, cool. Right, but be ready for the next pullback. Okay, let's take a look at dollars. Johnny says early target. Yeah, it's like, there isn't a hard and fast rule, Johnny. It's just like, don't expect it to hit major targets like a normal part of the year. Don't like, don't really. I mean, look, you can go for the home run, right? You can say 157. You're going to go to next month's right R2, for example, and you're going to play it big. But I don't. That's not what I taught you, though, is it? Like a year ago, when I was teaching you this stuff, I said in August, so how would you be? What would your expectations be in July? Even though it can do anything at once, right? So if your expectations are, let's say, you expect a mediocre market, and you find yourself at a central pivot, could you take profit there? Yeah, shooting at rabbits. You got the rabbit, okay? You got the rabbit in the snare, okay? Club it. Um, or maybe you use this rabbit stuck in the snare as bait. Maybe you can get a fox. I don't know. So how about this? Pay attention to how it behaves at that central pivot, right? Pete says, "Hey, no changes in this European Central Bank monetary policy." Really? Yeah. That's weird because Europeans love working over the summer. They love doing all that heavy lifting by changing the policy, right? Oh, you did the counter trend? Right on, Johnny. All right. Well, with that in mind, let's do my oh my WTI. I think I got it on here. No. I did dollar, but nah. Let's do some commodities, huh? Boo. Listen what I say. Ooh. All right. Let's do some my oh my WTI. And oh my god, it reversed at a reversal point. Oh my god. Love it, huh? Coolio. Cool. Okay. Cool. Nice. You guys see the inverse head and shoulders? Sorta. Okay, fine. But one of the things I asked you to look at and challenge yourself with, and from not necessarily a trading point of view, but from an educational point of view, is at what point do you find that this is no longer bearish, and when do you get on the clue train that a counter trend has taken place? Now, knowing where bears take profit is helpful, right? Would you guys agree with that? By the way, I'm going to sit way back here. I love having a lav mic on. Look at this. I can look out the window and I'm like, hey guys, do you like the reversals? Well, for the reversal to take place, you got to have the first part of the traders get out, and then the new traders get in. The old traders got to get out. The new traders got to get in. Cool. Okay. My WTI. So we look at this, and we're going to assume a positive correlation between WTI and Brent. Like a boss. You're right. Like a boss, FD. You know, and it's funny, like, I think business schools should stop teaching leadership and start teaching bossism. And did you guys see this from JP Morgan? He was being interviewed like 2 days ago. Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan. And someone was, some, what do you call them now, millennials? Anyway, some millennial reporters like, hey, you're overworking your employees. Your employees work too hard. It's unfair. What do you have to say about that, Jamie Dimon? You overworking, pushy, bossy, mean CEO. You guys see this one? Did you guys catch this interview? You're a mean boss. You make people work hard. No? You guys didn't see this one? Anyway, so Jamie Dimon leans into the microphone. He says, I expect a junior banker to work a minimum of 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, if they're going to work at JP Morgan. I'm like, yeah, like a boss. Not what you're supposed to say if you got a management degree from Harvard is like, oh, well, right? Well, we bring our authentic selves to work every day. Like, it's just funny. It's like, boom, you're going to work your ass off if you're going to work at my bank, and you're going to make money or you're fired. I'm like, that's what. Oh my God, that's what it's supposed to be like. Welcome to the world. You're going to have to work hard. Anyways, it was good. Difference between a leader and a boss, I suppose, right? Well, at JP Morgan, we allow everyone to bring their multiple identities to work and provide a safe environment for you to be your authentic self. Dude, you're a banker. Make some freaking money. Sell some. You get hired to make money. That's it. Work your ass off. Make me some money. All right. So, anyways, I thought that was pretty funny. The difference between a leader and a boss, I guess, right? Yeah, they do get nap time and cereal, right? Yeah, suck it up, buttercup. But I'm like, I told my wife, I'm like, oh my God, the world's going to come back to normal, to normalcy. All the bitching and the whining and the crying is going to stop. It's starting. It's starting. Anyways, cool. So, gold. Okay. Gold. Oh, you know what? Here's what I want to do. I want to go back to the WTI. All right. Hang on. Back to the WTI, we're going to assume now strong positive correlation between WTI and Brent crude, Brent just being international or European oil. Cool. Great. So then what you can do, and let's open up a new one, and clearly I don't have this one going, but let's just drop into the Nokester, and we're going to assume some Noki strength, right? Let's do some Noke, man. USD NOK. Okay. And I would assume USD NOK down. And shiz, look at that. Woo! Luflitulium. You're like, I don't like the way this looks. Would you please change the template? We'll do boot camp scan. No, let's do Confluence. Oh my God, Becky, look at that reversal. Oh my God. Now it's not perfect. Well, this was perfect for whatever reason, somebody like that. Okay. But you know, this area, you should be prepared for the reversal and snap. Okay. Nice, right? Okay. Oh, yeah. And well, it's not that I'm answering that one, FT9. You're like, oh, good question, right? No, this is that's the decision that you're trying to make. So I'm not going to feed you an answer because there never is a perfect answer. It's based on what you know and what you're looking for that you can make a decision. Now, realize if you're not even asking the question, then you're certainly not going to find the answer, right, FT9? So in this case, I'm saying in these situations, based on let's say the disconnect, that's not the right word. But anyways, the disconnect between technical and fundamentals right now. At what point do you look for the resumption of technical and fundamental analysis? And are you open-minded to these things using the tools of analysis that you have, things like monthly pivots and weekly pivots and daily pivots, right? So if you're using the tools to tell you what to do, you will always end up failing. Instead, if you're using the tools to try to answer questions that you're asking, then you will eventually succeed. Okay? And it's like, look, we're rolling into August, and we know by the end of August, we'd like to see a double bottom, right, FT9? If we're going to go back to technical and fundamental analysis in line, then at some point between now and the end of August, we would like to see a double bottom. So that means this month we have to print the first part of the bottom, which we talked about 2 weeks ago when it was falling. I'm like, let it fall, let it fall. I said, you don't need to buy the left leg. I think that was the swing trading group a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I said, look, we're not going to be on the left shoulder here, but we need a left shoulder. Doesn't mean you'll be trading the left shoulder. But if you catch the left shoulder, realize it's only a left shoulder, but we can't really call this a reversal of the market until there's a right shoulder. So now our next guess is, when will the right shoulder form and occur? And what will you do in that process? And now going back to the thing, what tool will you use to confirm that the reversal has occurred? And when you go from bearish to neutral to bullish, right? So it's the question that is much more important. Like, to me, it's your fundamental hypotheses is what is interesting to me. So if you're going to raise money, you're not going to sit down with your 1 hour chart and talk about Forex and convince anyone to invest. But if you can give forward guidance that someone can understand or plan with, then that's what's important, right? So it's in that case, what you're using your tools for is to confirm the setup of your forward guidance. And that's really important, right? So FT9 says, yeah, so we need a second bottom, correct. So when will you confirm that, right? What, and on what time frame? And I say, well, those are good questions. Okay, and so I left you with that other, I don't know what chart it was now. I don't remember what it was now, but I drew like a regression channel off of a monthly pivot, right? A bounce at a monthly pivot. And so my question to you is, when will you know? When will you make a decision? And of course, there's no number on that, right? Yeah, WTI. There's no number on that. Okay. But here's the thing I like about oil, and I thought I would, would you guys be interested if I started an energy trading company where we traded energy and energy related currencies? Okay. And the one cool thing about starting a company like that is it's heavily influenced by fundamentals, heavily influenced by macroeconomics, but it's also heavily influenced by OPEC. So, like, does OPEC want this to go up or down? Right? Oh, well, up. Good. Now I got myself a bias, right? So, anyways, if you're sitting there in wait, okay, what would you be looking for? What would you use to make a decision? Okay. Now, in my book, I teach you, the book I wrote a million years ago about the 2155 indicating that there's a bottom or a change in trend, right? We call this a bearish market, and that you're selling 5A crosses, for example, and then taking profit 5A crosses. Isn't that cool? If you read the book, you know what this means. Okay, there's a sell. Okay, this might be a sell to you depending if you anticipate it or not, but this is definitely a sell, and this is definitely an exit. And you're like, damn, that's a good strategy. And I'm like, I know, right? You're like, dude, I would have gone out way down here for profit. I'm like, I know, right? Yeah, from the boot camp course, right? Ride the five, baby, ride the five. That's my yacht name, by the way. You're not allowed to have that one. I copyrighted it, I don't know, 15 years ago in a FX boot camp meeting where I'm going to have a yacht, giant boat. And by the way, I've been on giant boats all week, and I love them, except I keep reminding myself, oh, what a waste of money. But, anyways, if I ever got a yacht, it would say ride the five on the back. Okay. That's the name. Ride the five. Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, there's the out. Um, if you incorporate a few other layers of analysis, you would say, well, fundamentally, you believe this is up. Fundamentally, you should know around the time of this reversal, OPEC finally made a decision. And they've been grappling with this decision. They couldn't make the decision at the meeting. So maybe that's part of it. Or maybe there's some seasonality. Or maybe you did some macroeconomic analysis and anticipated where oil prices will be in 6 months. And you're like, dude, we're going back to 90. And so picking it up at 65 is cheap, right? So you start adding all that together and you say, oh, yeah, there's an opportunity for me in here. But then I go back to the question I gave you. When do you decide? Well, how about a 4-hour 5A cross north? Does that work? You're like, yeah. But is it better than 1 hour? What do you mean better? Is it morally better? Ethically better? I mean, they're just different decisions. Okay. And remember, people will pay you money to make the decision that they're either unwilling or incapable of making. So you have to be the boss here. You have to be the one that can make decisions. How do you answer these things? How do you make the decisions? We call it analysis. Okay? If it was easy, everyone would be rich. Okay? All right, did my platform freeze on me? It did. Yeah, it's right. Another stream freeze. Hey, we've been got hey, better than a week ago though, huh? A week ago we were really challenged in these webinars, so this is a big improvement. I bet you it's Windows trying to download something in the background. I hate that. Your device needs to restart to install updates. I knew it. Stupid. I hate Microsoft. I cursed when Steve Ballmer joined the $100 billion club. I'm like, that sucks. I don't think he was a good CEO. Let's do this again. What about Bill Gates? Bill Gates stole stuff from innovative startups. He just stole their ideas and stole their technology, pushed people out of business, bought businesses just to shut them down and stifle innovation. And now we're supposed to respect him. Why? Because he's got a lot of money? Yeah, he stole it from people. We're probably 20 years behind because of Bill Gates. Okay. Ricardo, just pay the $5 again. All right. So, anyways, we're back. Back. I got a bigger gap. Cash says, yeah, that's what most rich companies do. Yeah. It's so funny, though, like how people end up, like humans are so quick to worship. Oh, I love him. He's so rich and famous. I'm like, you love that guy? The guy's a jerk. Oh, but he's so rich and famous. Right? How about Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett's an a-hole. He got rich because yeah, he buys when there's blood in the street, but he also is the one that created the blood. Maybe not necessarily, but I've read so many situations where he's the last guy to save the company, and he'll drain them even further to save a couple more bucks. So, anyways, maybe it's the right thing to do, but I don't know. People love him, Warren Buffett, but I'd say be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. Okay, he's more likely a cruel capitalist. Like, how did he get filthy, stinking rich? Uh huh. Okay. All right. All right. For whatever reason, now this is freezing up. I'm not sure. Hey, we did pretty good though, because a week ago when I was live streaming back down in Florida on the Gulf of Mexico, it was hard to even just. I mean, you were being buffered out, and I couldn't get my platform to work, and I fixed the Wi-Fi, but then the software was bugging out. So I'm not sure what's going on. I think this is Microsoft trying to download stuff in the background and freeze me up and force me. I think what it's doing is forcing me to restart my computer to install the things it downloaded. So sucks. Don't hate me, man. I got up early on my vacation to be here. So from Milwaukee, was able to see that the market seemed hopeful. This is great. I still got that Bitcoin. Oh, I wanted to check that out. Oh, where's my biddy? Now I actually need to see this chart. Maybe I can comment from my phone. Weekly jobless claims 419,000. That seems high, huh? No? Oh, did it unspin? No. Let's take a look. I'm going to look at Biddy. Biddy at 32. Good. Good. Good, 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 good. So I got not quite a half a Bitcoin on that, not leveraged or anything. So that's good. On our trading platform, on my coaching account, remember I had one I bought at 29,999,999 a month ago, and then 2 days ago it came down, knocked me out of break even. Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. But I have real money like not one on our trading platform, but I got a real Bitcoin in my Coinbase, and I think I'm in at 31, and now it's at 32. So at least I'm not bleeding. So that's good. I hate losing money on vacation, but I love making money on vacation. Right? Love vacation money. So a million years ago, when I got married, oh my! So I was at the Maui Ritz-Carlton Kapalua on Maui, and you have to understand, 40 years ago, getting trading charts on your cell phone was redonkulous. Like it was a dream of what the future might be like. But I remember I ordered cocktails by the pool, right, with the ocean view there in beautiful Kapalua, Maui. And while the drinks are being made, I'm like, oh, I'll open up my phone. I'm like, oh, look at this, I can get a chart, right? Anyway, so I make a trade, a Forex trade from my phone, and that was so radical. It was crazy. And by the time I finished my cocktail, I had paid for the whole entire day. Food, drinks, room, snorkeling. Thank you, Forex. And I'm like, this made me so happy. It was right. Vacation pips are the best, I'm telling you. Okay. All right. So, anyways, I don't know why this is stalled out. What can I do? It's Microsoft's fault. So, if you are happy that I logged in today, if you enjoy being on my vacation, whether it's the southern border of the United States or northern border of the United States, all in the same week, though, huh? Isn't that cool? I've been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know where and I don't know why. She's gone away. But anyways, hey, northern United States, southern United States in less than 7 days. That's cool. So if you enjoy, or at least it liked being here, then cool. I was super happy that we can do this together. Right now, I got to get home and get some swing trades getting on. Right. So if you're my swing trading group, I am going to try to get home, and we're supposed to get home just barely in time for me to get to my computer and do the swing trading group. So if I can, I will. If I can't, please don't be mad at me. Okay. And I believe on Tuesday I'm going to do these the next macroeconomics class or lecture. Lecture, what are we now? Lecture 14 or something like that. So I'm looking forward to that, all that kind of stuff. Very, very, very cool. So thank you to Traders Way for being part of our community. Thank you to you for all the positive energy and effort that you put into this thing we call Forex. Thank you for the patience that you have given me during this journey on my vacation, my rolling working vacation. And while I've been doing this, I've also been studying at Oxford. Very cool if you like algorithmic trading. That's what the Wayne do for fun. So thank you for being part of that journey with me too. Very, very cool. So anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I'll see you later today and tomorrow. Cheers.